Welcome back to the channel, folks, and welcome to somewhere in the middle of the Arizona desert. My name is Alex.
And I'm Megan, and this is our 2006 Chevy Express 2500 adventure van.
And today, we're finally going to give you guys a tour of the van. Hey there, folks. I just wanted to let you know this video is sponsored by Rare Earth Elements Solar, or RE-Solar. They're a Quebec, Canada-based solar electric company that specializes in affordable, high-quality solar electric components for your off-grid build. Make sure to check them out if you have an off-grid project of your own. And if you do choose RE-Solar, make sure to use code Roamlndr for 5% off your entire order. All right, on with the video. Later. So to start things off, we're going to give you an exterior walk around of the van and show you everything that we've done to the van to kind of make it a little bit more functional and just mainly look a lot more badass, which was kind of my requirements for the van. Betty's pretty much just your normal two-wheel drive Chevy 2500 Express van. She started her life as a delivery van, and then Megan bought her and did the initial build out. When I met Megan and we decided that we were going to travel around in Betty, I wanted a van that looked a little bit cooler than just a normal express van. So before we took off on this trip that we're on now, I wanted to make sure that the van definitely looked the adventure part and was also a little bit more functional, had some armor on it, was capable of getting us to a few more places than just a stock van. By no means does the bumper and the lights help with that, but they certainly help with the kind of cool look of the exterior. Up front for headlights, we just have some Amazon special LED lights. I built this front bumper, which eventually will hold a winch, but can also, hold lights. I put these big 7-inch aux beam LED lights on the front just for when we're finding a camp spot in the middle of the desert at night. So Meg and I have made the decision that we're not going to convert this van to four-wheel drive, mainly because it's really expensive. And a quickly conversion van is also very expensive. We have this platform right now, it's fully paid off, and we figured we might as well make the best with what we have. What we have is a two-wheel drive van. Having said that, we are going to carry a winch in the front just for some self-recovery confidence, at least when we get into a situation that we didn't really expect to be, that we can't get out of. We'll have a winch which will give us a better chance of getting out. For suspension on Betty, we have a 2-inch suspension lift. This allows us to fit a 265/75/16 tire underneath, which amounts to about a 32-inch tire. I purchased some used centerline alloys and wrapped them in a BF Goodrich KO2 tire. On the rear of the van, we have yet another custom-made bumper by me. I wanted to be able to carry a spare tire and jerry cans on the back and also have a ladder up to the roof rack. So I fabricated this bumper. In the future, I will be replacing these jerry cans with a storage box on the rear swing out so that we can get a lot of the gear that's in the roof boxes down here. The extra fuel storage will hopefully go to a auxiliary fuel tank that I want to put between the frame rails in the back, and then this water will go inside. So up here we have a full coverage roof rack that I also built. It's made out of just 1x1 by 16 wall round tube. The roof rack allows us to have storage up top, which is really important because we don't have storage for everything that we want to bring with us inside the van. We've got 2 Pelican vault cases on the top. In this case, we just have recovery gear. And then in this case, we have camping gear for any camping trips that we want to do outside of the van. Here we have a solar shower on the side, which is just really basic and just allows us to have showers after a hike or getting out of the ocean. Up front, we have 2 110 watt Rare Earth Elements solar panels. I made the panels tiltable like this, so that when we're parked up, we can tilt the panels towards sun and just get far better solar collection. We do also have a wood stove for heat inside the van. The roof exit is right here, and this rooftop stovepipe exit was made by a friend of mine named Andres. His company is Tiny Stove. He's an engineer by trade, but decided to build or start his own tiny wood stove company. He made this really cool roof exit that allows you to take your stovepipe out and then close the door so that you don't actually have to drive around with your stovepipe on the roof, which I thought was really ingenious. So last but not least, we just have our little exterior power ports here. This is a 110 plug that goes to our rare earth elements 3000 watt inverter charger. And then this right here, this is for an additional solar panel if we so choose to have one along with us, and that will just go to our rare earth elements 40 amp MPPT charger. So that is pretty much everything for the exterior of the van.
Hey everyone, so now we're on to the interior. I'm gonna start with this little kitchen cabinet that Alex built. This is where we keep all of our water, which we'll soon be upgrading to 3 jerry cans instead of the 2. And this is a little exterior table that just gets propped up with a piece of wood so we can have an indoor-outdoor kitchen cooking experience. Now, moving on inside the van, this is where we keep our induction stove top. We just have a single burner for now. We'll see about upgrading in the future. And up here we've got our little kitchen sink. It's just made out of a old kitchen bowl that I thrifted. And here we've got our 12-volt water pump that just delivers us running water. Now I had this van before I met Alex, and I did build inside of it. It was just a pretty simple build. And what's left of that build is the ceiling, all of the wall paneling, and that's it. So when Alex got his hands on it, as you can see, we upgraded quite a bit and we added a whole bunch of new storage and the convertible bed that turns into a couch. So part of this new storage is our full-length closet. Our battery is housed under here along with some of our pantry items, and then this is where we keep our coats. It's really nice to have some hanging space, and as you can see, food is just shoved in all of the nooks and crannies. Now over here is my prized spice rack. I'm very happy for this. I begged Alex for it. It didn't take a whole lot of begging though. And then here we've got our cutlery drawer with some pantry items underneath. And under here we've got more of our electrical setup, and as you can see, a huge mess of pantry items. We're hopefully going to upgrade to a more efficient storage solution for all of our food in the future. Now if you come over here, you can see our cutest, tiniest wood stove. So we use this to keep warm in the winter time. Now that we're down here in the desert, we don't use it much, but it's really nice for ambiance every once in a while. Underneath is where we keep all of our wood. And then this little stool here is definitely one of the highest used items in the van. This also was from the original build. It's the garbage stool. And just the sitting stool, cooking stool, footrest stool, very multi-purpose item. It's great. Underneath the bed is all of our clothes storage. And then on either side here, we have some little cubby holes, shelves again on either side, and some back cubby holes here. And then above the bed is our library. Now, this is our convertible couch bed. So as you can see, it's in couch mode right now. So when it's time to go to bed, just move everything out of the way, unhook the paracord from the ceiling, and just pull on the bottom here, and there's our bed. So the bed, when it's pulled out, is the length of a queen size bed. So I think it's about 86 inches. And the width is just under a double size bed. I think it's 4 feet across. We decided to go with a 4-inch latex mattress, which I upholstered with the help of Ruth, Alex's mom, and it's actually been super great for us. We definitely don't need any more height on the mattress. The latex has been, treating us really well. And then every morning when we are done breakfast, we usually put the bed away, and to put it away, this is where the bungee or the pulley system really comes in handy. Is I just pull up on this and the center gets pulled up and we can put it away. And there you have it, back to couch mode. So for ventilation, we've got a fantastic roof fan. I, again, installed this in the previous build. We haven't really used it much in the colder weather, but I'm sure it's gonna come in very handy to have that fan in Baja. On the windows, I sewed some curtains for privacy, and then we've also got a Reflectix blackout curtains for just to retain some of the heat or keep it cool. And if we're ever parked up in a city, we like to have the van completely blacked out so not everybody knows that we're in here. Along with the custom window coverings that I made for the van, we also received this awesome fan cover from Roamlndr Creatives. You just pop it up on the fan like so, it magnetizes up there, and then we've got some extra insulation against the fan, as well as an extra layer of blackout. We also received this awesome Mexican blanket from Roamlndr Creatives. It is hand loomed from recycled t-shirts, and yeah, we love it as just an extra cover for our bed. It's like a weighted blanket when we sleep with it, and we're also pretty excited to use it for picnics on the beach. So up front, Alex has built this awesome center console that not only houses our 12-volt fridge, it also is extra storage for all of our pots and pans. This chair is a captain's chair, meaning that it swivels, and it's a really great option to add some room in this space. As well, Alex has been getting tons and tons of use out of it, editing video and photos. He mounts a tabletop on this leg style table that we received from Rare Earth Elements. Then he can just sit in his captain's chair and work the days away.
So a while back, I started working with a company called Rare Earth Elements Solar, which is a Canadian solar provider that offers up really high quality but affordable solar electric components for off-grid living. And I decided that I wanted to install a full Rare Earth Elements solar electrical system in the van. Now I have to say, as an installer, I've been really impressed with the quality of Rare products thus far. They're really stoutly built. You know, they're using like really good quality metal and plastics, and literally nothing has gone wrong yet. And we've been using this consistently as our home electrical system for the last 2 months, and rattling along desert dirt roads, and yeah, just putting the electrical system to its limits. And so far, you know, it's been really good. So what we have in here, like I mentioned, we have two 110 watt panels on the roof. Those two panels are fed down into our 40 amp MPPT solar charger. In addition to that, for charging, we have a 40 amp DC-DC charger that runs from the starting battery to our house battery. Our house battery is a 200 amp hour self-heating lithium ion battery. You can't charge below -10, and you can't discharge below -25 or something like that. So in Canadian climates, it's really important to have a self-heating battery so that if you do find yourself up north during the winter, you're not doing any kind of damage to your lithium battery. We have one of those down here, but we also intend to be adding a second one in the future, just because we are running our induction top to cook. The induction top just creates a really high draw on the battery and will drain it pretty quickly. Having said that, I just also want to make a note that we are using a 3000 watt inverter charger. So what this allows us to do is not only take our 12 volt power and convert it to 120 volt at 3000 watts or 9000 watt surge. This will also charge our battery. So we can plug into a 30 or 60 amp service. This will take 120 volt and convert it to 12 volt and charge our lithium battery. And it is optimized for lithium batteries, which is pretty great. I did this just because I wanted to have the ability to charge, you know, from solar, from driving, and then also from shore power if need be. Really impressed with this thus far. It's really high quality, super heavy and big, but I mean, it's been doing the job so far. Nice thing about the inverter charger is it has this really nice faceplate right here that allows us to remotely turn it on, so you don't have to open up our cupboard every time, and will give us a low battery warning. It will show us the voltage of the battery, how much it's using, whether it's pulling from shore power or from battery power. And yeah, it looks really sleek and we're really happy with it. In addition, we also have just this solar charger monitor here as well. This will show us the voltage of our battery, how many amps or watts we're getting, and it will show us the percentage in the battery as well. So it's really handy just for monitoring the battery just right from bed or from when we're sitting on the couch. I'm not going to get into the real specifics of the electrical system now, but everything, I assure you, is well fused, properly gauged, ultimately completely safe. That is a really big priority of mine when I'm doing electrical installs, is that everything is safe and has at least 2 redundancies. The entire system can be shut off with one switch, so that if there's ever an emergency, I can just go right in there, I can switch off everything, and everything is killed immediately.
Thanks so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed the tour, and make sure to follow along in the rest of our adventures through the Americas.
If you want your own build done this summer, I am taking clients still. I'll be located in the Vancouver and Vancouver Island area. So if you want your own off-grid adventure van built, make sure to reach out. Before you leave, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe just to help us grow this channel. We really appreciate it. So until next time, remember to keep on roaming. Later.